And with that, we come to the end of our hacking section with Kali. You've been introduced to a fair amount of tools and new concepts, and I know that some of these concepts might be completely new to you. Some of these hacking methods or techniques might be completely new to you, and you might have felt stuck at certain points or felt frustrated, and this is absolutely fine. As a matter of fact, this is expected, especially if you are a beginner. Remember, this is a beginner's course. You're not expected to be an expert at everything. As a matter of fact, you're not expected to be an expert at anything. Remember that you are just starting your hacking journey. So I just wanted to put this out there. If by this point you have been feeling a little bit frustrated or confused, I want you to know that this is completely normal. And all I suggest that you do is revisit the videos, go over them 3, 4, 5 times, however many times you need to understand the concepts behind them. I know some of the concepts took me around 12 or 13 times of revisiting them and reviewing them for me to understand. And this is really what sets people that make it and become good at ethical hacking from people who quit and decide, no, this is not for me. It's just persistence. Alright, so now that I mentioned this, let's recap very quickly what we have done so far. We started by looking at the favorites menu in Kali, and remember that I told you this is the favorites menu, so it doesn't cover every single tool in Kali. It just lists some of the tools that are considered to be the favorite in the pen testing or hacking community. We looked at the information gathering section. We saw how we can collect information about our target, what ports are open, what services are running, what versions behind those, and so on. We looked at the vulnerability analysis and how we can use Nessus and OpenVAS and other tools to dig deeper into scanning the target and finding particular vulnerabilities that we can exploit. We looked at some of the web application vulnerability scanners, and I mentioned that for different technologies you might have different scanners. For example, you might have a particular scanner, or you do have a particular scanner that scans WordPress websites. We also looked at database assessment tools, so when you discover a database, how you might be able to get in and extract data out of this database and possibly find crucial information such as usernames and passwords. We skipped over the wireless attacks because, like I mentioned, this is a course on its own, and similarly the reverse engineering, that would be another course on its own. We, however, looked at the exploitation tools, and this is one of the most fun sections. This is when we use Metasploit to put together all this information that we've gleaned so far. The running services, the open ports, the Nessus scans with the vulnerabilities that we found, and then using the exploitation tools and tools like Metasploit, we put all this together, we chain all this together to pick and choose an exploit that will give us access into our target environment. We also looked at the sniffing and spoofing section. So assuming now, for example, that you got into the network using your exploit, you'll be able to run sniffing tools or packet capture tools and monitor the network and perhaps capture more passwords and more sensitive information. And then lastly, we looked at the post-exploitation tool. And like I said, it is quite often that you will get in as a low-privileged user. The next step for you would be to try and escalate and elevate your privileges to root or administrator. The forensics section is another section that we're going to skip because, again, this is one of those sections that we need to dedicate an entire course for. The reporting tools, or how to report, is one of the things that we talk about in length when you visit us in one of our classroom trainings and you attend the professional penetration testing courses. This is if you want to become a professional penetration tester, you decide that ethical hacking is a career path for you. This is when you come and attend our classroom trainings of detailed intensive training, and this is when we cover things like reporting and how to report properly and accurately. The social engineering toolkit section is a section that we cover again in the more advanced courses. I might be adding more videos to the Kali course, however, I'm still not sure about this, so stay tuned, revisit the course every once and again, and if we do add a section on social engineering, I might actually let you guys know that we did that so you can come back and watch the new videos. But for now, what I want you to do is to focus more onto the infrastructure and network hacking. The social engineering can be used in different scenarios, which we're not too concerned with for now. For now, what I'd like you to focus more and make sure that you understand the concepts behind network hacking and infrastructure hacking. And lastly, we have the system services section, and this is something that we've seen time and time again from the command line, how you can disable and enable services such as SSH, Nessus daemon, and so on. So with that, we come to the end of the Kali hacking section. I know that we've covered a lot, and again, let me re-emphasize the point that if you have been confused or frustrated at any point in time, please know that this is absolutely normal. The best thing you can do is go back to the videos, watch them again, and remember, we are always available on the community page online. We're there to help, we're there to support. If you feel that you're stuck, ask a question. We're there to help you and answer your questions.